What's up, Cappy Crew? You know Monkey D. Luffy, this guy, this white-haired freak of nature, he is the tutorial character. We play him in the Learn Together set, we play a few games as him, and then we move on to Green Zoro and Black Imu like normal people who want to win the game, okay? I'm here to tell you right now, Monkey D. Luffy has a little bit of sauce, all right? Now, we've seen top placements from these really good players with this card, with this deck, but nothing quite like this, because I think I cooked up something absolutely insane. Without further ado, welcome to my deck profile for ST21 Monkey D. Luffy. Let's jump in. First off, Monkey D. Luffy, Dawn ×1, activate main once per turn, give one of your characters up to 2 rested Dawn cards. So this is how we kind of make this deck work. We reuse our Dawn to swing big with tiny guys, and that is basically the gist of it. Sometimes you need Dawn to activate specific things, but mostly it's just Dawn management and trying to get the most out of it so your swings can be as tall as possible with little as possible. So the support cards, what are we running here? This is a brand new card from OP13, Makino, from the Windmill Village. She's a 1 cost 0 power character with 2k counter. With an activate main, you may arrest this character. Up to one of your Monkey D. Luffy's gains 2000 power during the turn. Now, this is a super solid 1-drop. You play it, and then you just let it sit, and then eventually it will always bring you value because you can rest it, and you always have a Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy is your leader, but you also have 2 other ones too that we'll get to later. So you always have a target for this activate main, and then your opponent has to swing into this because an extra 2000 power per turn is insanity. So it's basically a pseudo blocker. It's a 2k. We run 4 of them. It's a super solid card. Next, we have the chump blocker Tony Chopper. He's eating that cotton candy, and look at how happy he is. We run 3 of him. He's solid. Next up, now we're getting to some sauce. This is almost like a Rayleigh hybrid deck because we are running 4 copies of Boa Hancock. Now, Boa Hancock, 2 cost, 3k power. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a red event or Monkey D. Luffy and put it into your hand. And then, so it's a searcher for Monkey D. Luffy or red events, but we run 12 red events and 8 Monkey D. Luffys. So you can search up 20 cards with this one. But what if you accidentally whiff? Oh man, that sucks. Not a big deal, because you can trash this character, give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to one of your leader character cards. So that 2 Dawn you just played, you can now trash Hancock and then get the 2 Dawn right back. But there are better plays to play with it because she's 3k power. You can let her sit on the field, move some Dawn around, swing with her, then trash her to get that rested Dawn. Insane card, really good. And yeah, so we run 4 copies of this. Next, we have the 2 cost unblockable Sanji. Very solid to end games with. It doesn't come up too often for me, but when it does, it feels super good. Otherwise, it's a 2k counter, so not a big deal. And you can actually cheat it out with this Luffy if you have nothing else to cheat. But we try to avoid that, but it's a solid card. Solid card, we run 4 of them. Next, the OP10 Secret Rare Sanji in Nami's body, the Punk Hazard, 3 cost, 3000 power, 1k counter. With a your turn, this character gains 3000 power, and on KO, draw a card. So, wildly strong value here, and it can actually be cheated out with this Monkey D. Luffy. So, we get insane value. They have to swing into it because otherwise it's another 6k. But then we just draw a card on KO. Magnificent card we gotta run 4. Next, we run 2 copies of the ST21 Nami. It's a 3 cost 1k power with a 1k counter. Activate main. Give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to one of your Straw Hat Crew type leader or characters. We run a massive Straw Hat Crew package here. And then, of course, we can always just put it on our leader. So it's not a big deal. This helps to reuse that Dawn even more. Lots of Dawn management. And it really helps to push you over the edge. Very solid card. We only run 2 of these, but honestly, we don't want to see more than like 1 a game. So 2 is plenty. Next, 4 copies of Tony Chopper. This is the 2K blocker chopper. With the opponent's turn, it gains 2,000 power. Very solid card. And you want to run at least a few blockers in like an aggro deck. So we only run 7 of them. But this is just one of the best cards in red, easily. So, of course, we're going to run 4 of these. Next, here comes the sauce, okay? Monkey D. Luffy. This is the card that I think is just like, oh, it gives me chill bumps. So, 4 cost, 4k power, 1k counter. If you have 2 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains plus 2,000 power. I'm sorry, attached Dawn cards. This is so easy to hit for multiple reasons, and you can hit it immediately as it comes out, because on play, you may reveal 2 event cards from your hand. Play up to 1 red character with a power of 3,000 or less from your hand. Then give up to 1 rested Dawn card to your leader or one of your characters. So, you can give that rested Dawn card to... The perfect 4 Dawn play is you play out Luffy, okay? You then you reveal 2 cards, you cheat out Hancock, you find another card, then you give 1 Dawn to your rested Luffy, and then you swing in for a 6, or if you have something already established from your 2 Dawn play, you can use it and swing in. Insane amounts of value on this card. But the problem is the events. We run so many events. I'll show you later. But we do end up actually getting to use this card quite often. And we get to cheat out Sanji. We get to cheat out Hancock. We can cheat out a Chum Blocker. We can cheat out this Nami that gives you rested Dawn like crazy. It is such a solid card, and you're swinging in for like 8 most of the time. Because if you have 2 Dawn attached against 2,000, so that's 6. But then if it has 2 Dawn, that's 2,000 more power. It's 8. It's a super strong card. We run 4 of these. Next, we have Roronoa Zoro, the ST20 run Zoro. Dawn X2, this character gains Rush, 4 cost, 5k power. So you're rushing in for 7. And then on KO, you can play a red character with 6,000 base power or below, other than Zoro, from your hand. So, what you can do is, the best target, I think, is this Luffy, generally. But you can do any other card as well, basically. So this Luffy is insane, because what you can do is you cheat it out with this, and then you cheat out something else with it. If they swing into this Zoro and you can cheat this Luffy and get the playoff, they replace 1 5k body with potentially 2 6ks. This card is so sticky for that reason. Your opponent does not want to swing into it, because you are going to get so much value out of it. Absolutely insane. 4 copies. Next, this Rush Luffy, the 5 cost, 6k power Rush Luffy. With when attacking, give your leader or up to 1 of your characters 1 rested Dawn card. So you can plop it down and go 5 and 7, giving yourself the rested Dawn card, or you can give it to the Luffy. So on 5 Dawn, a really good play is to just play this card, because you can still activate your main for your other stuff. Very, very good. We run 4 copies. Next, Roger. 1 copy of Roger, and I think this is part of what makes this deck more fun than like Rayleigh, in my opinion, is that you can play these big guys. You have access. Now, honestly, we only have 2 of them. We only have this Luffy and this Roger, but the ability to access Roger is just so good right now, with all these blockers between Imu and Ace. I like this card. Next, we're at what makes this deck function. This is what made the idea for it in my head go ding 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 ding. 12 events. Now, this deck is it's very aggressive, but it's actually surprisingly defensive as well, because we run 4 copies of Rad Beam, which is 1k counter or 1 cost counter. your leader gains, or up to one of your characters gain 2,000 power. But if you got 2 or less life cards, they gain 4. It's got a trigger too, where they gain 1,000 power for the turn. That doesn't come up very often, but this card is so solid to just jump up 4K. Now, this is what actually kind of gave me the idea for the deck, is this card. In 2 years, at the Sabati Archipelago. This is a Straw Hat Searcher. It only searches up characters, so it cannot find Mulgun or Radbeam. But we've run plenty of Radbeam, so we're going to be able to find it just fine. It's a Straw Hat Searcher. So one of my buddies, he gives me some cards if I need him, basically. Joey, shout out to Joey. Everybody comment, hey, Joey, in the chat. Anyways, I asked for these Namis. He's like, sorry, but I have these instead. I'm like, what can I use these for? Some sort of Straw Hat package that, like, wants events. Boom. Then this idea was born. So it's a Straw Hat Searcher, but it's an event. So it gives us 4 extra events in the deck. And generally, we're not swinging in very often with that Searcher Nami in the first place, since it's a 2K power. It's a little bit more of an investment to, like, swing into stuff. So I'm fine with replacing it with an event. And so we run 4 of them. Next, 2 Divine Departure. This is another counter event, but you can also just rest 6, like pay 1 and then rest 5 to KO an opponent's character of 8,000 power or less. This hits really important targets: Katakuri, the Mihawk. I use it in some of these games that you're going to see here soon. It's really solid card, great removal. Removal's not super strong right now, but I do like having it in the deck because it hits something slightly higher, but it's also able to be used as a counter. And we want to be able to play defensively too. We have technically like 6 counter events in this deck, which is crazy, but I mean, it comes in clutch at the end when they think they can finish the game and they actually can't. And then finally, 2 copies of Gum Gum Mole Pistol. Now, this one is just super solid. Like I said, again, it's not super relevant right now because of all the anti-removal that's in the game. However, just even the minus 5,000 power for 4 Dawn is pretty solid. If in case you need to get around a blocker, go into Captain Kidd. It's a really solid choice just to have in order to make sure that you can KO what you need to KO, even by just swinging into it. If you get the KO effect off, that's great, but I'm not like counting on it. Anyways, that's the deck. Let's jump into some games. Alrighty, so we're going to get it started off with a blue-purple Luffy. We're going to go ahead and go first. And this is a decent starting hand, but we're going to go ahead and mulligan. And I like this better. I like having the Sanji to play out on 3, and then, of course, the Luffy to play out on 5, and we can swing friggin' tall then. Yeah, so we're going to just go ahead and play this out and then pass. We can't actually swing into Luffy in the first place as a 5 life leader. Here, we're going to go ahead and take. We're no threat of being scared of anything here. And now we have some interesting plays. We could go ahead and play out this Rush Luffy and swing in pretty tall, or we could establish a little bit of board here. And since we do have the 2 counter events already, we can go ahead and establish this and the little blocker guy, and then still swing in really, really tall. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll show him that we have Divine Departure and Rad Beam. And then we're going to cheat out this Tony Chopper for free, and then give us 1 Rested Dawn. With this, we will go ahead and give him 2 Rested Dawn. So we're swinging in for 6, and then we're swinging in for 8. Show me what you got, my friend. Now, we're probably going to have to eat a couple 6s here. We could give away these 2Ks that we have in our hand, the Makino and the Tony Chopper, but we're not going to save our Sanji. We're going to draw a card, and we got another Sanji, so no harm, no foul. All right, the Eustace Captain Kid. Swinging for 7. Interesting. We actually... Oh, this is an 8K. Because my thought is we could just Divine Departure it. And if that's the case, I don't think that we want to... Let's just go ahead and eat this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and eat it. We do have to be wary of a pudding, so we should try and play quite a bit of cards now. We could actually play out... Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. We could play out another Luffy, show them the events, and then cheat out this Sanji, and then attach 1 Rested Dawn. We're going to go ahead and give 2 Rested Dawn, and we have to kill the Bentham. But I want to swing. I want to swing tall. You feel me? And maybe establish a little pseudo blocker along the way here. Yeah, I think here we'll just go ahead and... Yeah, we can only attack into 2 things. We'll attack 8 into the Bentham, and they're gonna let it go. There's no reason why you would save that. And we will go ahead and attach another Dawn and swing in for 9 against 7, asking for 2 cards at hand. And they take the life. Now, this Makino will get us mileage every single time until they kill it. Interesting, playing out another kid. I think maybe just to try and make Luffy this impossible thing to swing into against. I think that we just go ahead and let this one slide. And yeah, we'll go ahead and give them the Makino as well. Now here, I have no qualms with just Divine Departuring one of these. I think that is fine. We're not going to be worried about... like to hit a Charlotte Katakuri, so I think that is perfectly fine to do. Here, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll give Sanji 2 Rested Dawn, and so that makes him an 8K. Do I want to go for more? I'm thinking we have to have at least 8 to swing into the leader here, so maybe we just go 9 into the kid. Ask for a 2K, ask for a giant. We got the 2K out. And what do we want to do here? Because my thought is we could search, or we could hold 1 for Rad Beam. Let's just hold 1 for Rad Beam. We can always search next turn too. It's not like we have to. We have 2 2Ks in hand. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I guess they're going to try and get rid of the chump blocker here. Yeah, they toss a Sanji. Not getting rid of the chump blocker. Instead, tossing the Luffy back in. And that is fine with me. Here, we'll go ahead and eat this, and then we will Rad Beam this one. So no blocker, and then we'll Rad Beam to go to 9 and be done. I want to keep Chopper on the board for basically as long as possible. Now, unfortunately, we don't have 2 events, but we might be able to search 1 up. And we do. We find a Mole Gun. Now, we can go ahead and play out this, show them Mole Gun and the search event. Then we can play out the Nami and give our leader a Rested Dawn. Now we have 4 Dawn that we can still play with. And so my thought is we could go ahead and Mole Pistol here to get something really, really far down. But unfortunately, this is the only thing that can attack. So we could... We're going to have to survive at least 3 turns. Maybe we do go ahead and Mole Pistol, just to bring it down to a 3K. And then we can We could even trash the boa to give me some more. I think that I want to get rid of this card, and we will go hard in the paint. 8 into 3. There's no way they save it. They don't have any Dawn up. This Luffy has to die. Which is great because I don't want him bouncing my chump blocker. I like that guy. I like that little guy. So again, we've established a few more bodies on the board. Not a big deal. He's gonna jump up to 7 again. We could go up to 9 here. I don't know if I want to do that. I'd have to eat. No, we will do that. We'll go up to 9 and then we'll eat the next one. I just don't want to drop down to 0. It feels bad. Feels real bad to do that. So here we go. We have some options. Let's go ahead and do a little peek. I was hoping for a Zoro, but we find a Chopper instead, and that is not a big deal. We will go ahead and do something along these lines right here. Boom. Actually, wait. Let's give 2 Rested Dawn to him. And make sure we play this out. So he's at 8 right now. We could swing in for 9. We could swing in for even higher. No, but we could swing in for 8 here too. So right now he's at 8. Yeah, we're swinging for 9 anyway. Okay. 9. Okay. We'll swing in for 8. And he countered out of that. That's a lot of cards. A lot of cards. Going to Giant to save it. Wow. Okay. And then 8 again. And they're going to give us the Sanji blocker. We have 2 blockers on the field. Now, they only got 6 Dawn to play with. So this is a very interesting strategy with this Eustace Captain Kid. But I'm kind of digging this card here. Turning this Luffy into a 7K every time. It's kind of crazy. I think we definitely have to try and go for the game next turn. We're going to go ahead and block these so that we can keep these Luffys on the board. And we got everything that I was desiring here. He's going to be at 8K. So we have to clear 8 each time. That's going to be slightly tricky, but it's possible. First, let's go ahead and play out. Let's play out him. We got to make sure we don't screw this up. This is tricky stuff here. We could play out the Zoro, but we got to make sure we clear 8. Okay, I think this is what we do. Boom. Let's just go 8. Give Rested Dawn to leader. They took the life. That tells me that they probably still have Giant. But oh, that was a trigger. No, they used. Oh, they activated another Dawn. I see. I was like, what the frick is going on? We will go ahead and do this. We'll swing in for 8 again with the Monkey D. Luffy, giving us a 2K. We will swing in for. Oh, yeah. Eight into 8. And that was a gear 2. And they have to have a card to trash. Or that was it. GG to my opponent. Well played. They did not end up having a Gum Gum Giant that they could play there. And this is an interesting strategy with these useless captain kids. I don't think I've seen this before, but ramping up your leader to try and beat that like 7-8k body towards the end is really, really cool. But you can kind of see the power of this deck. You cheat out a bunch of different cards and then just swing, 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 baby. Good game to my opponent. Let's get on to the next one. All right, so we're playing up against Burnt Toast. We get a pick, so we're going to go second. I do not want Emu to have their Dream Curve. This is not a bad starting hand. We have this Luffy, and we have Hancock, so we're going to keep. Now, preferably, we will draw into some events. I'm going to search one with the Hancock in this first turn. But that would be very, very nice if we can do this and then play that Luffy and cheat out something even better. Unfortunately, we don't. We can draw a... let's go ahead and take a Rad Beam here, and then we'll pass the turn. So now we're just searching for one more event. That's all we need, and we can play out that Luffy and kick some butt with it. Here they're go ahead and trash all their characters, do their Emu thing. But one of the advantages of this deck is just how aggressive it can be early. And so we're going to take this and pray for a event. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Literally perfect draw, baby. So this is what we do. We're going to go ahead and play out the Luffy. We're going to show off our events, our fancy little events here. All right. There we go. We're going to go ahead and play out this Nami. Give a Rested Dawn here. And then we're going to give 2 Rested Dawn to Hancock. And then we're going to attack in 5-5. They got to counter out, right? Yeah, of course. But will they counter out this one? We're going to give every single Rested Dawn right to us and swing in 9 against 5. And they're going to take. So we have some strong plays now, because next turn we got this Luffy on the board, and we're going to start swinging in for a frick ton. Here they're going to rest the Empty Throne to play out their search event, or their search character, and then I assume they're probably going to swing in for 6, and if they do that, we'll go ahead and counter with a Makino. They already have 10 cards in the trash, so basically Golgum Mungum. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Well, you know what? Heck it. Okay, another event. We're gonna take the Rad Beam. We cannot use Mulpistol for any other reason than to minus power, which isn't ideal, but it is the way the cookie crumbles. So here, we're going to go ahead and swing in 6-5, give a Rested Dawn to Luffy. And then we give this character 2 Rested Dawn, and then we give this character 2 more Rested Dawn. We'll swing in for 6 with Luffy, asking for some cards. If they burn a counter event on this, that would be insane. Oh, shoot, they did. Okay. You got another one? You got another one? 10-5. 10-5. Of course they don't have another one. And then we will pass. We have 1 Dawn up for Rad Beam, because as you can see here, we have 2 Rad Beams. Basically, we're doing pretty hot right now. We just have to keep the pressure up and save our characters, because we do not want... no nonsense, no funny business. When those 10 elders come out, it will hurt hard. So they're gonna go ahead and KO probably the Rush Luffy here. No, interestingly enough, they decide not to KO the Rush Luffy. That is definitely the one that I would pick, because it is the one that gives you continued value. This Luffy does not. And they can hit it. They can hit a 5 or less. So interesting that they decided to choose this one instead of this one. I think that was a slight misplay on their part. We're gonna do no blocker and just give them a Nanami, because I want to hold on to Rad Beam if I can possibly. Here, I think we just take. and we will use the trigger effect and find. Oh my gosh, we pulled heat. We pulled absolute heat with that search. Zoro, it's literally perfect, ideal, if I do say so myself. Now this is interesting. This one does not. This is fake. This is fake, okay? Because we actually do have Mole Pistol that we can use. So I think that we use Mole Pistol to get rid of it. What we'll do is just do boop, boop, and then we will swing in 1 hive with the Nami, because this activate main does not require you to rest it. So they're taking pretty aggressive here, because I'm sure that one of these is the 10 cost 5 elders card. Here we go ahead and do this. We will give Zoro some rested Dawn. We'll swing in 6 to 5, give Luffy some rested Dawn. That might not have been ideal. There's probably a better way to do that, because now I have to swing in really tall with this Zoro, but I don't mind these tiny swings and then a really tall one. The really tall one is to cut the life out. See, they had to burn a 4,000 power one. They're gonna probably block here. Yes, of course. And then we end the turn. So what can we expect? Oh, at 9 Dawn. No, I'm sorry. They still can't play the Elder card. Oh, shoot. This is a nightmare scenario for Imu here. I assume they get rid of Rush Luffy. Good. That is the right call. If you get rid of the Zoro, I just cheat out something else. Now, preferably, we could find another Rush Luffy. If they swing into life, we take. Of course, we cannot save Nami there. Sorry, Nami is not long for the world. And they pass. They must have. Okay, we pull the Rush Luffy, which is absolutely ideal. And then we start going hard in the paint, friends. Let's see if we can't get 3 swings to connect here. We're going to want to figure this out. So once I put 1 Rested Dawn onto him, I can put 2 Rested Dawn onto him. So he'll be at 7. So 1, 7. And we want to save some for Rad Beam too. And we might want to play this. Let's go ahead and play that so we don't even factor it into the equation. We'll go 7 into 5. Ask for 2 cards or a counter event. But look, they've gone ahead and counter evented quite a bit. That's another 9. That's another 4K power one. It's kind of wild if you ask me. Let's go ahead and play, just play aggressive. We're gonna give Luffy some more power to the player here. And so he's at 8, so we'll go ahead and give Zoro this, and we'll swing in for 7, so we can kind of step our abilities here. Let's see if they block. They are really deciding. Oh my gosh. Okay. This kind of changes things, because at worst, we are looking at 2 swings next turn. So, we need to keep the rad beams up to save our board, actually. Yeah, we just swing in like this. We swing 8 against 5, and we ask for another 4K event. Let's see if they have it. My guess is that they don't. Otherwise, they would have played it. Oh my gosh, they do. And this is the 10 Elder card. 100%. So here it comes, Empty Throne, 10 Elders, and they're going to bring all those bad boys right back the frick out. Let's see what they decide to do here. We have a big enough board that if we pull heat, we might be able to win the next turn no matter what. But they're out of steam. They don't have another 10 Elders in their hand. We know for a fact they don't. What they might do is start trashing people that they don't need. That would be interesting. So they go ahead and search and they find the Mars, which is the KO one. They might even want to play that out. Or since they already played one, they'll use that to KO one of them. But if you KO Zoro, he just kind of replaces himself. I'll replace him with his chopper. Actually, you know what? I think I'll replace him with a Hancock, because I can find a Luffy. I can find another Rush Luffy. Smart to get rid of the Rush Luffy there. Yeah, we cannot afford to save Makino here. And I assume if I was them, I'd stack it all and just go in on Zoro. Crazy work. The frick. Okay, we take that. Oh, I guess they're looking for something else, perhaps? And I guess they didn't find whatever it is that they were looking for. My instinct is to play this. We show off our rad beams and how cool they are, and then we cheat out Hancock. We're going to go ahead and give the Arrested Dawn here. God, we find the Rush Luffy. We're going to return. We play Rush Luffy. And then here, we will swing. And we'll start it off with 6. Okay, they go ahead and block. We will go 6 again, because if they blocked the 6, it's likely they blocked this one too. They probably don't have what they need. If they take life, I wish we had the Rush Sanji we could play. Okay, they do block. Okay, I'm having diabolical thoughts. I could trash Hancock. Give 2 to Chopper. Use Luffy, give 2 to Chopper. Swinging for 5, swinging for 5. We could just try to end the game now and just like pray they don't have counter. Frick it, let's do it. This is crazy work. Crazy work. Go, Chopper, go! Go, big dog. Go, big dog. Oh. They drew a 1K. Is that enough to save them? I think we go the Hail Mary. 6 into 5 and pray that those are bricks. Excellent game to my opponent. GG burnt toast. Yeah, it ended up they did have the 10 cost of 5 elders, and we pulled it right out. And we had the Roger in life too, so very, very excellent. But that was basically just a 1K difference there. But that's the power. If you can put down your aggressive pieces early enough, if you can keep up the pressure, then ST21, I believe this build might be the sauce. All right, we are going up against a red-black Sabo, and we're going to mulligan this hand. Yeah, because this is more of what I'm looking for. Preferably, we can get another event here so that we can play out this Luffy into this Nami. They're going to get 1 Dawn and play a Searcher. This red-black Sabo runs like 3 or 4 of them. So I'd be shocked if they didn't have at least something. A Bello Betty, a Koala, a Monkey D. Garp. Yeah, there's the Koala looking for the Revolutionary Army type. And yes, they went ahead and got a Karasu. So here, unfortunately, it is not the Boa Hancock. It is not anything that I'm looking for. We're gonna pass. No turn. I don't have a turn there. Because what I am looking for is I need another event so I can play this out. Too bad we did not have the Hancock, but sometimes you just don't pull the right cards, okay? And that's just what happens. Yeah, it's still our best forward on play is to play this Luffy if we have what we need. If not, it might be to play this Nami and then just swing tall immediately. But we shall see. Okay, this is... They're discarding the card with Revolutionary Army stage here. They're looking for another... Okay, they discarded a Waxing Fist or a Waxing Fist. So that was a really great use of this stage. You know, hey, it happens. Oh, we're gonna eat this. We're gonna eat it so hard. Golly. Okay, I was praying for an event. Jeez Louise. Okay. You know, sometimes the cookie just doesn't crumble. It just doesn't crumble the way you want it to crumble, okay? And it's just a fact of life that you're just gonna have to get used to. 7 and a 4, they'd have to give me a lot to get out of it, and so yeah, we're just gonna be fine here. Unfortunately, we have not been able to build the board presence that is really, really great about this particular build of the deck. Because I was hoping to like just absolutely have Sabo rushed out. Because when he hits 8 Dawn and is able to play that black Monkey D Dragon that pulls stuff out of the trash, it's going to be hard to jump over. It's going to be really hard to jump over. Gonna trash 3 cards on the top of their deck, and oh my gosh, they already have a dragon and these in the trash. That's pretty unfortunate, to be honest. I mean, these need to go into the trash, so you play them out with this dragon. But seeing this dragon in there too is pretty rough. And they went ahead and pulled a 2K koala. See what they decide to do here. Some more searching. This is the Garp that I was talking about, and it does not need to find Revolutionary Army. It can find anything that is 3 cost or more, which is absolutely crazy. Insane value. They're gonna play at the hack, and here I think next we play Rush Luffy. Just play Rush Luffy and go at it. We can also play out the Zoro, which might be a pretty good play too, actually. Actually, I think Zoro might be better. Because it cheats out. No, we just pulled a Rad Beam. But we don't have another character to cheat out with the Luffy. A little tricky here. Yeah, let's play this because he'll cheat out stuff when they swing into it, and they're gonna have to swing into it. Give you 2 rested Dawn, give you 2 active Dawn, give you 2 more rested Dawn, and then we just swing tall, baby. 7 into 4, and then 9 into 5, because he'll be at 5k power after this swing, assuming he takes it. But I can't imagine that You're gonna counter out? You're gonna counter out, dude? You're gonna counter out of a... Oh, shoot. Go for it. Go for it. I would have countered out of the second one if you're gonna counter out. Because it costs less cards in hand, and you're gonna be at 5k. Yeah, interesting play. Interesting play. But that's fine. That's fine. He's trashing the Karasu and looking for something else. Found a Sabo blocker, and he'll probably play it. Yeah, that's what I figured. This is going to give everybody a 1,000 extra power. But I don't think that he swings into anything but life here. Because if he plays this, then this Luffy is coming out for free. This Zoro is so annoying to have to deal with. I love it. I love it when it's on my team. That's for darn sure. Because he does some work cheating out these other characters. I think that he's deciding. He's like, should I go ahead and just bite the bullet, or should I just swing into life and give me another card? You're biting the bullet. We're gonna go ahead and resolve it and play out this Luffy. Now I'm praying for a Boa Hancock. That's not too bad. Another rush unit is fine, actually. Yeah, let's play him out. And then here, do we swing tall or just, I think we go ahead and play this, even though we can't do anything with, like, pull out another character. Let's go ahead and give the Dawn needed for Rush Zoro. And then let's go ahead and give this one Dawn. So we'll swing 8 into 6. Boom. And we just have to kind of hit this over and over. Yeah, it is what must be done. Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and block that, which is fine. We still have to swing life. We can't swing here. We don't have enough Dawn on our guys. Since we already distributed our Dawn, we can't kind of finagle it around to end up hitting this blocker. But that is okay. We got the 2K here, and we'll pass the turn. There's still not great options to hit. If you hit this Zoro, I will cheat out this Luffy. Now we did not leave any Dawn available for counter events, but we have this little blocker, this sneaky little guy. So it is possible that we just completely avoid it and move on. Another Sabo blocker, I'm sure. There it is, of course. And then, yeah, we're going to get some rested Dawn onto the leader here. And we'll see if they swing with anything else. If they got 3 blockers on the field, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But we just got to keep putting on the pressure. Preferably we draw a Divine Departure, and we can nuke one of these blockers. That would be ideal. If I could find my freaking boas to find said card, that would be great. But we'll see what they decide to do here. Because right now, they're looking at an 8K swing. We could save this Luffy, but we wouldn't be able to save this one. I think we do save this Luffy. An 8K? Yeah. Now they can swing into this for free because I have no more characters to play. They know what events I have. They've seen them. Interesting. Gonna go ahead and swing into it. We'll block. Let's see if they decide, if they remember. I'll be really impressed if they swing in with Ivankov here. Okay, they decide to search. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to swing in with Ivankov, but I think that the right play, because they've seen the events, they know. That is information that they are aware of. Swing into Ivankov, knowing that I don't have any characters in hand, would be the best one. Okay, we got Mole Pistol, which isn't bad. We can kill this. We can kill Ivankov straight up, but maybe we search first. Another Luffy. Another rush Luffy kind of goes hard. And then we just go at it. Now we have enough to still kill Ivankov. Maybe we do. Yeah, let's do that. So here, boom, we're gonna swing in 6 to 6, give Restodon to our leader, and be done with that nonsense. We have to hit 6 every time, so we might as well just boop, boop, boop. We'll go 6 again, and then we'll go 7, then we'll go 7, then we'll go 8. All right, 7K. Got any 2Ks? Any 2Ks? Aching Life. They hit a trigger, but what is it? Waxing Fist. Draw a card, then trash the top card of your deck. Okay. 7. Block. Now, do we go for game? 8 into 6. That's assuming they have 2 counter. Frick it. Wait. Before I do that, have I used Nami? Yes, I have. Okay. Why not? Why not? Maybe we'll get lucky. Let's go gambling! Ding, 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 ding. It looks like they probably do have the counter because it's still going on, so interesting. No, they were completely bricked. Oh my gosh, good game to my opponent. They only had the hack with counter. Everything else was a brick. That's the power of this deck. We had 4 life left, so even if we were to go in, it is likely that, well, yeah, I mean, we could pull a 2K from here. Let's see what the top of our deck looked like. Yeah, we had a Sanji there, another Sanji, another search event. We probably would have been able to live at least, meaning all of this life, and there's no way they win on the crackback, like on the flip side. If this were to go another 2 turns. But good game to my opponent. GG, well played. That, my friends, is the ST21 Luffy build that I have come up with. Surprisingly, it is like strong. I feel like it is not weak by any means. If you can swing face hard enough, quick enough, and see the pieces that you need to make it work, you can sneak games off of good decks, actually. Because just the amount of bodies that you get to cheat out, the free Dawn that you're able to use, it is surprisingly strong, and is definitely probably my favorite mono red leader right now, because it's just a goofy deck to play. Tell me what changes you would make in the comments down below, and while you're down there, please like and subscribe. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers and friends. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for just how much support you have shown the channel. The One Piece community has come out and really shown the channel a lot of love, and I very much appreciate that. I love making these videos for y'all, and it is very heartwarming to see the amount of love and support you all have shown me in the past couple of months as I've been making these. And believe me, I'm not stopping anytime soon. Tons more is on the way, so make sure that you subscribe while you're down there. Also, while you're down there, I have a few links to some things. There is the My TCG Player store where you can buy cards directly from me. And then there is also a locals tracker spreadsheet, which is a spreadsheet that I made that will track your win percentage in locals. You copy the spreadsheet, input your own information, bada bing, bada boom. And that can help you improve at a local level in your game, and also like just figure out your win percentage against specific decks and specific opponents. It's pretty cool little tool. One more thing, remember to swing tall, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.